Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Primrose and I haven't been filming for quite a while, and today I feel like I don't know how to do this anymore, but a brief explanation on some changes. I have changed the name of my channel again only because I used to do other contents, but now I don't have the time, and I have decided to focus on making plant videos instead. I think I can find time for that. So anyway, just to show you guys, I normally don't switch my grow lights on when the weather is good, but today we had like a torrential rain, but it changes quickly. So as you can see, I have all of my grow lights on, but I hope that it's not too much, it's not blinding or hurting your eyes. So that's my west facing window, a very small one. That's why I needed a lot of grow lights to keep my plants happy. So I had to flip the camera back, guys, so I can show you my new setup. So the bulk of my plant collection is here in our living room, and that way I can keep an eye on everybody and everything. If something is not happy or I have some pest in some of my plants. So if you have been following my plant journey, you know that in my last video I was talking about downsizing. Now if you are a plant mom or a plant dad, that is not an easy thing to do, but that is the big change that I did. I managed to get rid of at least 30% of the plants in my collection, and so this space here is constantly changing only because I have to make room for plants that are coming and join the group, join the family. I have been telling myself all the time, I'm not gonna buy any more plants because I think I have enough. But believe me guys, it's never gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So this here is my is our old curtain rod, and as you can see I have another one up there. So I managed to convince my husband to poke another hole up the ceiling. So now I have two hooks that can hold this rod, and that allows me to hang a lot more trailing plants, and I'm so pleased with that. And this one guys, the purpose of this is so in my last video I only had one grow light. Now I have two. I went online and buy myself another Sunsi bulb. I didn't measure anything, so it came to me and it's short, and now when my husband is not home I won't be able to switch this on or off, so I have to improvise. And I know this setup is not really nice, it's not pleasing to the eyes. I have that thing there, but for now it will do. I'm just hoping that this could grow bushy so it can cover up a little bit the plug, the cables, but for now that will do. So for me it's just a matter of utilizing stuff around the house for my plants. And the second change that happened in my setup is that I had a few plants in my collection that I did not want to lose or get rid of, but they were not happy with whatever I do to them. They were not just responding well to the care that I was giving them, and I decided to convert them into self-watering pots. Now this is something that I have never tried or I have never done before. but so far I am seeing great results. So one of those plants is this alocasia, and before I could never make an alocasia plant happy. They normally just give me two leaves, and as soon as a new leaf pops out, one of the leaves will just flop down and die. So now this one, it's got four leaves, and the new leaf is huge. So I'm quite pleased with the result. I can see some molds growing on my soil, but nothing to worry about. I sprinkled some fish blood and bone into my soil last week, so I think that's normal. I've been doing it for the last 2 years now. So this looks like just an ordinary setup, but it's not. Sometimes you have to improvise, and that's what I did here. So it is, in a way, in a self-watering pot. It's been in this kind of setup for, I think, 5 weeks. And let's take it off. And look at those crazy roots, guys. And that long dangly bit is my wick. So that is the same material that I use to make my macrame. And now the reservoir has dried up, but I am going to let the topsoil dry out before I refill it with water. And I think I need a ladder so I could take some of those out, because yeah, so I was gonna tell you that this is my version of a green wall, something that's easy for me to do without asking my husband for help all the time. And I am not very talented when it comes to setting up tubes and water and all that. So this is my version of it. And some of it are actually doing really well. Well, not some, but I think all of them. And yeah, so of course, those are still not tall enough to be seen against the wall, but that's the goal. So this is a bit huge and a bit heavy. Hang on. Hi guys, so I hope you're still with me, because I had to take down some of the plants so I could show them to you. But first, since we were talking about alocasias, I'm gonna start with my alocasia, of course. So this is my alocasia dragon scale. It's been in this, hang on, it's a bit big, a bit heavy. It's been in this kind of setup for, I think, 8 weeks now. Let me just get that out of the way. And I already harvested some seeds of this plant, but the mistake is that I think I have plucked the seeds out early. So hang on, let me show you guys. So this is the proper self-watering pot. It's got like a flat back, and it makes it easy to just hook it onto a nail against the wall. So that gives me the opportunity to kind of build like a green wall without building a green wall. And since the transfer, this plant is now giving me some babies, so that shows that it is happy. And some more there. I think I have several. So let me just show you guys. I'm not sure if it's very visible, but I think the inner pot comes down up to here, so I have that much space at the bottom for water. And if you can see, so that's the wick. It comes with a pot, and what I like about this is it's got like slits all over the sides, and it looks very similar to net pots that is used for growing orchids, but specifically it allows more air circulation around the root ball area. And the fact that this plant, it has access to water all the time, so it prevents root rot as well. So that's my Alocasia dragon scale. And like I've told you earlier, I could never keep an Alocasia plant happy before. And so this is my Alocasia Cupria. So again, just in an improvised self-watering pot. And as you can notice, guys, here with the Alocasia, once the old leaf is ready, once the plant is ready to shed off its old leaf, it will just automatically separate itself from the rest of the clump. So I'm not gonna cut it off yet. I'm gonna allow the leaf to send its nutrient back into the mother plant for excuse me, for reabsorption. So this used to have like 2 or 3 leaves, but now I've got like a fuller pot, and since the transfer, it's giving me a baby as well. So the thing that I don't like about the material that I use for my macrame is that it's pure cotton, I think, and it degrades very fast. So that's the Alocasia Cupria. And hang on, guys. So this plant, this was, I used to have like a big pot of this that lives on my bathroom for quite some time. It was doing well, and then it started to give me like crisp up leaves that it left the top of the pot really bare, and there was like not just a few but a lot of the strands were just like drying out. So I transferred it to the east facing window, and still the same. And I said, well, this is my last resort for this plant. And it's been in this kind of setup for, I think, 2 months. Yeah, so this is, and again, this is the pot that could go up the shelf. It's just rounded. So again, it's in a self-watering pot, and I see a lot of improvement. I'm not saying that I have eliminated the problem 100%, because hang on, it still gets some brownings here and there. The plant is doing okay. So I'm happy with that. So this is my Tradiscantia Fluminensis, both green and variegated version. So that is just a Zebrina that I tried to save as well because I was having the same problem. Then the next one that I'm going to show you guys is this. So I gave it a trim, like I completely trimmed it back before putting it in a self-watering pot, because the old leaves were not so happy. As you can see, that those are the old leaves, and after the transfer, all of these new growth are looking a lot better. So they say it's your top, because I use top on all my plants. But as you can see, and the root system is going crazy. And then the plant that I was so scared to experiment on, because this is something that's hard to come by and not really cheap, my Anthurium regale. But the thing is that same thing, it was like constantly giving me crisp leaves, and it used to live on my wall, but I did not anticipate the like sudden growth. So that one, it was reaching out for the light and it was just right in front of a grow light. And with that kind of thing happening, the plant cells could just burst and create that brownings all over the leaves. So I moved it back into this improvised pot once again, but it is happy. And when I first started this hobby, I said, this is a kind of hobby that's not going to be expensive. So 95% of my pots, guys, are thrifted. They're from charity shops for 20 pence or 50 pence. But it doesn't matter. The important thing for me is that my plants are happy. I can keep them alive. I think the last one is this one. So this is just the kind of pot that goes up the shelf. It's rounded, but the problem with this one is that it hasn't got a slits all over the sides. So I make sure that my potting mix in this one is extra draining. So as you can see, so this is the newest one that I have converted, and so far it looks happy. So these are all new cuttings. I wanted to have like a really full bushy pot, so those are just new cuttings. So I'll end it up here, guys, and I thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.